World Champions League nights return to Stamford Bridge today as the reigning title holders welcome the French champions Lille to West London. The Blues, recently crowned world champions, so no surprise tonight. They are considered the heavy favourites under the bright lights. Elsewhere, 800 miles away, the first ever meeting between Villarreal and Juventus. And injuries are a huge concern for Max Allegri today, but no doubt will be looking to call upon their new number 7, Dusan Vlahovic, who's set to make his Champions League debut. So will the old lady have enough away from home against the reigning Europa League champions? So that is what is on tap today. But let's take a look at what's coming up tomorrow. Atleti will welcome CR7 and the Red Devils to the Spanish capital, and Benfica will host the high-flying Ajax, who look to keep their flawless European campaign going. And with that, we welcome you along to our Connecticut studios. It is so good to have you with us. Poppy Miller, Ian Joy, our former US international Jimmy Conrad, and our Champions League winner, Lucho Garcia. Ian, the second set of the first legs is upon us. How excited are you for today?
Well, excitement that's probably an understatement of a word here. We've got potential headline maker matches coming up our way. Obviously looking forward to seeing the first ever matchup between Villarreal and Juventus, first ever meeting between those two clubs. Lille looking to upset the holders. Can they make that happen? It's going to be a mountain to climb for them in London. And then, of course, this week we've also got the leading goal scorer in this competition, Cristiano Ronaldo, back in Madrid to face Atleti. Looking forward to that one. And can anyone stop Aller? I don't know about that. This week's going to be a thriller.
It absolutely is. And Lucho, it's a massive week, isn't it, for Spanish teams? Villarreal today, Atleti tomorrow. And on paper, these are both pretty evenly matches, aren't they?
Definitely, Poppy. They arrive in good form. Atletico de Madrid, after a good win at the weekend. Villarreal against Granada did also a great game, but definitely it's not going to be easy. They are a tough team, but we are in Champions League, so all the games are going to be very even from now on.
And Jimmy, from an American perspective today, we could see Christian Pulisic against Timothy Weah, of course. And Timothy Weah, get this, Ian, is 22 today on 2-2-22. And Jimmy, guess what number he's wearing? I feel like the stars are aligning for him today, aren't they?
100%. He wears number 22. He's expected to start, so I'm very excited to see if he can rise to the occasion. No pressure, Timo Weah. And I'm kind of sad that Villarreal doesn't have an American, because that would mean that all 4 teams participating today would have an American in their squad. And if you want to win something of consequence, I think it's high time that you get an American in your team. Look at Chelsea. They did it with Christian Pulisic last season. But I hope that Pulisic starts. As the sign says behind me, no Pulisic, no party. So come on, Thomas Tuchel. We all want to see it. And then Maxi Allegri didn't start Weston McKennie this past weekend against Torino in the Turin derby. So hopefully Weston McKennie finds his way into the starting lineup today.
Well, absolutely. We shall see. But let's talk about the Blues, because they had a night they'll remember forever, 269 days ago in Portugal. Let's relive that very moment.
The 2021 UEFA Champions League final, a rhapsody in blue, and just one of them tonight will experience European football's ultimate fulfilment. He's played in Kai Havertz, who is around Ederson, and Havertz scores for Chelsea! Chelsea champions! The Blues from the King's Road, London, are crowned the Kings of Europe, and they will dance till dawn!
Well, dance till dawn, I'm sure they did. But let's talk about Lille, though, because they are the heavy underdog in this one. It's been an underwhelming season so far for them in the league, Jimmy. So really, no expectation on them today. What are you expecting their approach to be?
Well, I'd say somewhat conservative, given the fact that they're away from home at Stamford Bridge, and maybe they want to go back to France and try to win it in leg 2. They have lost some players over the last season in the transfer windows. I'm looking at Mike Mignon, their goalkeeper that helped them win the Liga title last season. He's at AC Milan. Jonathan Ikone just left in January to join Fiorentina. And then they got other targets like Jonathan David, the Canadian international, who looks like he's on the radar of a lot of top clubs around Europe. And there's Sven Botman, the big giant center back, 6'4", who's going to have a lot of work to do, I think, trying to pocket a Romelu Lukaku. So they have obviously a lot of talent. The quality's there, but they also lost their manager this past offseason to Nice, Christophe Galtier. And when you have that many losses, both from a managerial perspective and losing some top players, you're going to have some inconsistency, which is why you see them in 11th right now as they try to defend their title, which isn't going to happen. I don't really know which version of them we're going to see today, but I assume it's going to be somewhat conservative. They only gave up 4 goals in 6 Champions League group stage games, so they've got something defensively, but they only scored 7. So I don't know what they're going to get going on the attacking side of the ball, and as we know, Chelsea's very good defensively.